Do you know that you can use play as an exercise for your nervous system? This is like doing bicep curls for your vagus nerve. When we look at the nervous system, we have 3 different states, and it's a little bit like traffic lights. The ventral vagal state is the green color of the traffic light. And when we're in this state, we feel calm, connected, we might feel a sense of joy, ease, creativity, and happiness. If we face a stressor, we then can move up into the yellow state, or our sympathetic nervous system. So when we're in this state, we feel the mobilizing energy. And this could feel like heat or tension through our shoulders or our chest. We may feel the urge to move, to run away, or to move towards whatever it is that's the stressor. We can also move into the 3rd state of our nervous system, which would be the red light of the traffic light system, known as our dorsal vagal state. Now, this has an immobilizing effect on our nervous system. So it actually slows us right down and we feel our energy drop. We might feel spacey, disconnected, and shut down. So these 3 states are our primary states. And then we also have secondary states. One of those is play. So play is the combination of the green or the ventral vagal with the yellow mobilizing energy of our sympathetic nervous system. So we mostly feel that sense of safety and connection, but we also feel the mobilization of that sympathetic nervous system. This would be similar to driving along in a car at a speed that's appropriate for the conditions. Let's say you needed to slow down because there was traffic. You could apply the brake with your foot, which would be a little bit like using the ventral branch of the vagus nerve to help slow your physiology down. But say you needed to go faster because you needed to overtake somebody or you were coming up to a hill, you would put down the accelerator. So this would be the same as using our sympathetic nervous system. Now, when our nervous system is healthy, we can bring in this mobilizing energy to our system to help us meet challenges, face demands, but it doesn't mean that we actually will move up into a state of fight or flight. We don't release the stress hormones. So we feel the mobilizing energy, which helps us to focus, it helps to regulate our attention, and we can face our challenges. But then when it's over, we can bring back in that little bit of the foot brake, which is the ventral branch of the vagus nerve. So following chronic and traumatic stress, sometimes the ventral vagal branch gets interrupted from slowing our physiology back down. Then when we have this mobilizing energy come into our system when we need to step outside of our comfort zone, instead of having the combination of mobilizing energy but still feeling safe, we may go straight into fight or flight for extended periods of time. So we feel anxious, we might feel angry or become reactive, finding it difficult to switch off, relax, and be still. Because we don't have the foot brake or the ventral branch to fall back on, we then fall back on our more primitive system. This is known as the dorsal vagal branch of our vagus nerve. Using the dorsal vagal branch to slow our physiology back down is a little bit like applying the handbrake. It often slows our physiology down too much. So when it kicks in, we may find ourselves becoming very flat, we feel a sense of disconnection, we may shut down because it brings us into an immobilization or a state of energy conservation. And just like the car, we can come to a stop and find it difficult to get started or have energy to do the things that we really want to. By using play, we can exercise our nervous system so that we get better at experiencing that mobilizing energy in our system, but still feeling a sense of safety. This actually makes us more flexible and adaptable when stresses come up, and it also helps us to recover faster because we bring in the vagal brake. Furthermore, it's also helpful to up-regulate us if we allow a little bit of that mobilizing energy in, if we've gone down into the state of shutdown where we feel flat and disconnected. So it's not just children that need play for the health of their brain and development, it's also adults. And research has consistently shown that adults who don't have play in their life are less imaginative, less curious, and have less joyful engagement with life. So some useful things to think about if you'd like to get started with bringing more play into your life. Who do you feel most playful around? Where are you at your most playful? What activities feel like play to you? And this is the key. There isn't one playful activity that's going to work for everybody. Some people may feel they're most playful when they're on stage in front of hundreds of people, but for others, this is their idea of their worst nightmare. So it's important that you find the things that attune to you, and you're looking for activities that are non-competitive and don't produce anxiety. The more that you can use play as a neural exercise, the more flexible and adaptable you'll become under stress. You can feel that mobilizing energy without moving up into the states of fight or flight or down into the state of freeze.